Welcome back to my channel, Country Conversations with DVD. And yeah, why is it that every time I'm excited about doing a video, the episode is wiggity, 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 whack. Okay, here's the deal. I was like, saying that, uh, my first episode, like with Bell Collective never disappoints for me. It's so good. But the first time I decided to do review, they go on hiatus, so I only have one Bell Collective review. Then one year, saying about lucky time to start this new YouTube channel. So then I start uh one of the years, like I said, my favorite scripted show. And then they get canceled. Then the doggone right in the midst of that, the strike happened. And I was planning to actually do this in your ears. But I was planning to actually do Abbott Elementary. See, that would have been a surprise too, because most people do reality, and the only other scripted shows that my faves do are like the Power Universe. But I just want to be different because I love Abbott Elementary. Whenever it comes back, I'll get it. And now this Potomac was boring. I tried, to get. I mean, I guess it was alright for a premiere episode. Mm, mm. But anyway, let's get started. And I'm not even excited about doing a review. That's so unlike me. But anyway, I guess because I just had my expectations were so high because it was gonna be my first review. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Let me get into this episode. So the name of the episode is Projections and Deflections, and this is episode 1 of season 8. Um, episode opens up with Miss Hale talking about Juan's first incident, and that's with the lady encounter. And Miss Hale says, it just looks, the optics are not good. It just looks bad. And hey, Anna is over there like, here we go again. First it's the woman in Canada. It just looks bad. And she should know, right? Because we know what the opposite optics look like with old Schmiegel over there. Now, a lot of people called him Gollum. Gollum and Schmiegel are the same people if you in the Lord of the Rings world, but I've always called him Schmiegel. So that's what I'm going to call Michael Darby, Schmiegel Darby. And I call Ashley, hey, you know, movie football head, that hey, from the 90s cartoon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get into it. And old Rob's over there commiserating with Juanita, then looking at weird photographs, and he comes in, kisses her in the mouth, and they talk about, how everything has played out. And she says, I never thought I would have to bring up the situation that happened in Canada because we had already worked our way through that. Now, what this is telling me is that Rob knew that it was more to it because of the receipts than she's letting on. Now, I'm not sure why Rob is holding these things close to her vest. I don't know if she feels some type of way about, letting known to the audience that she felt some type of way, but she did feel some type of way about that situation in Canada. She could act like she don't care if she wants to. And he was like, well, I'm telling you, babe, I do these things for people. I'm the most giving person, and people just take advantage of me. And I'm an awesome guy. I don't drink, I don't smoke. And the lady was down there, and all she wanted me to do was just give her a handout because her boyfriend from the Baltimore Ravens, he had left in a hotel and she lost her wallet. If that was the case, if you just dropped your credit card and you left, you weren't afraid that she was going to charge up more things than just the room she promised that she would charge. I mean, how did you get your credit card back, Juan? I mean, the people want to know. Okay. I could understand you're a generous guy. If you were just a generous guy, you could have got the amount of the hotel room and dropped some cash. But your hotel receipt is showing something different. Okay? And who would drop a credit? Boy, I tell you what, just me now. I'm an honest person. But if somebody dropped a credit card and say, just go to charge you at room, I'm going to get everything out that card I can think of. Well, I'm just being honest. Wouldn't you? Somebody else would besides me. Just not going to tell me, are you? Okay. Then our girls from the Mocha crew meet, and even though Karen is a member of the khaki coated clique, she is feeling the sting of going against them. So now she's over there with the brown girls, the mahogany of the world. And Karen says, for Rob to be over there, you know, attacking everybody's marriage, especially yours and yours. And she had all these things going on. And then she turned around and expected me to be the one to tell her about her husband's infidelity. Wendy says, girl, that's why I keep my rosary in my purse. And, would y'all be embarrassed if I don't drink? Because I'm cutting back because, it's late. So here we go, right? This is foreshadowing because allegedly Wendy practices the voodoo. Now, I'm only saying voodoo is because, the viewing public, they get nervous about voodoo. When in all actuality, like I said, that's our ancestors' form. We were told through slavery that it was evil. Well, if that's the case, if what we practice was evil, then what do you say about the rest of it? Think about that thing now. And then, so we go on to say, and then they was talking about how they all deflect. Um, and this is true. It's a lot of things that I learned about uh, Giselle because of her dad's history in the civil rights movement. Now, I recall her having a brother, if my memory serves me correctly. But I did not know she had a sister. And I think the reason why the sister was not told about is because she's from maybe her dad's first marriage. I'm sorry, his second marriage. I don't think the sister was Giselle's whole sister. That's what I'm figuring because she showed pictures of her and her brother growing up. And a lot of people were surprised about the sister, and so was I. But then I remember doing a little research back in the day about her dad. And I think he started another family after after he and Giselle's mom broke up. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but hey, history book right here. Okay. So I said all that to say that you don't know a lot about Giselle still. She has the three daughters on the show. She hired a boy toy here. That's about it. But Wendy says that she's been, honest. And then Candy says that she's been honest. And that doggone Karen, Gets in confessional, says, my life is open book. No, it's not. Girl, you lie like a rug. Oriental rug. At that. A Persian rug. All the good rugs. You lie like them. Alpaca rug. The one that was on the mirror. Gangsta over that you had blot instead of patting it. Had to blot that shit instead of rubbing that shit. Yeah. You lie like all of that. Mm-hmm. So we get over there to Ashley because it wasn't much going on at that restaurant. Come on, chocolate girls. So we get to Ashley and her batch ass kids. And she says it's so hard. Them little kids were climbing on stuff, you know, Smiggle 1 and 2, climbing up on the walls and climbing up on the countertop. And even the nana wasn't doing that thing. I mean, she could pick them up and chastise them or something, put them in time out or something, put them on a mat or something. I'm giving you all the methods that we use at DHS to keep from us putting our hands on the kids, not us as the social workers, but, us telling foster care parents, how to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, calm down, discipline in a Zen way, and put them on the mats or the naughty mats, or make them draw straws, and the kid that's the best, get the longest straw, they get the treat for the day. All those things we came up with. You didn't do anything. Do you not believe in any type of discipline? I know you're totally against but nothing. Your kids are batatas. And I'm just gonna tell you if nobody else has. Mine are. I say mine batatas. So when we talk about the house, right? The house is really nice. I think it's cute and quaint, nice decor, it's great for her and her children. But she goes on to say that Michael's name is still on the deed. What? Girl, bye. No, sir. She says, Giselle calls her and they FaceTime and they talk about all of the things that's going on with Juan. Now, what makes me question Miss Hill is, why didn't you voice any of this with Ashley last year when you first found out about it? This is a weird dynamic here. Now all of a sudden you're questioning one. You didn't question him last year, but you already knew, just as Karen already knew. So they go on to talk about the, her situation, and she says, "Are you totally cut off?" And Ashley says, "I'm not totally cut off. He gives me child support. That's it. That's why you holding on to that name on D, good girl. It don't look like Schmigel is gonna give you anything. Oh my goodness. Whew. And for you to have to lay up under that creature from the Black Lagoon and make babies with him, and you get nothing. Whew. Same thing with old Will over there, which we gonna see. Girl, it's a gamble, ain't it? Tisha, sweet tea, aka sour tea. You better be careful over there on Married to Medicine. When you marry a man for money, and old at that, you might get something else. You might get a situation like Michael and O'Mill, where you're not getting anything out the end. Well, Giselle and her son figure over there cooking. Not much to talk about here. Grace talks about how she's going to college and how she noticed that the son figure was, following them across the room, and she was wondering who he was. Then they start to like each other. Everybody's cool with him. Angel comes down, help them make sushi. Then she says that she wants mom and dad. He's not old enough to be her dad, is he? He's about her age, so can't say that because he's 16 years younger than Giselle, and Giselle says nobody's gonna talk about that. Like with many things in her life. So Angel says her mom's favorite thing is breakfast. Y'all remember the breakfast cook off when her and Monique had the breakfast cook off, and Monique's pancakes were better, but Giselle's were better, tasted better, but were real greasy. And Monique's were real pretty. But that's neither here nor there. But moving right along because there wasn't nothing much to see there. And then, Angela disgusted because mom feeds the boy toy, the boy for hire, aka the boy for hire. Did y'all notice that I didn't really get his name? I think it's Jason from Summer House. So we're gonna call him the Summer House guy. Mia and Gordon. Well, we get over to Mia and Gordon's house, and Mia and Gordon is over there poor because they mismanaged funds for the joint chiropractic, allegedly. And I think that Gordon, I've been saying it all along that Mia was a figurehead. You could see that when she was shuffling around those brochures. Not much to see here. She says she's going to apologize to Kern because she called her a hoe. Now we find out that, Mia had a good deal with Mr. Gordon, didn't she? When she could sleep with men on the side. This came, not allegedly, it came right out of Gordon's mouth. Check out my short over there discussing it. Thank you for the 344 likes, by the way. So we go to Candace and Chris. Oh, Candace looks so whimsical with her little thing on her head, and Chris brings that up, talking about because she says that she's no Alanis Morissette and she's not free with the wind and all that good stuff, but she really looked like one of those little hippie chicks, the cuter version. Like I said, whimsical and free, and with the little head thing on her head, and she looked real cute. And he says to her that without what they had been through over the year, that he was just ready to chill and feels like he hasn't been with her in months. And she says yes, 3. And Candace is ready to go back on tour, but now she has a label backing her, so she won't have to pay for the hair, the wigs, the clothes, so forth and so on. And this is what a lot of people get in trouble with labels. That's why a lot of people go independent, because they end up buying all these things for you, including things like the band, and then you have to pay them back. So be careful, Candace. That's all I'm saying. So they meet at Giselle's Lego building. Lego, stack things on top of things, and you build them up and then take them apart. And then some of the colors are green and yellow and red. So everybody else called the Etch-a-Sketch house. Etch-a-Sketch, you draw things. I guess that would be the floor plan or the plan part. But, it's an actual building. So I'm going to call it the Lego house. And Miss Hill, she gets everything underway, and Teresa arrives first. Then Ashley. And Ashley says, "Oh my goodness. Every time I turn around, something needs to be done to the Giselle's house. It's needing pavement, it's needing construction, it's demolished, and then things are put back together just like a Lego." Then she says the driveway needs paving. And then they come down the driveway and she almost falls. And she says, "If I break a toe," then Miss Hill and Ashley all have their own private conversation about what Robin is going through. They talk about how, it was bad enough that they saw the receipts from the lady in Canada, but it was really bad once they saw him in the laundromat right after that. It's more so that at this point they feel like Robin is in delusional land. Miss Hale says, the problem is with one, he doesn't seem like he's concerned. And then coming down the hill of the unpaved, misshapen driveway is Rob. Rob has on heels. She's looking the most feminine she's ever looked in a while. She's ready for the mess, right? So they tell her they just want her to be happy. And she says, "Oh, bring it. Come on, I know this story about the lady in Canada sounds weird. I believed him. We worked it out. We had already worked it out before the show aired. And then the sports thing with Bree. Bree is a co-worker. And then Cherie says, we understand that she's a co-worker, but he goes to the nail salon with her. He goes to the laundromat with her. And she's like, that's for work. But the nail salon? And she says, well, would you be more comfortable if Bree was ugly? And she said, no, because uh, my husband, he brought home from books. And then I said, yeah, Sharice. And then Sharice in confessional. She pretty much looked like that thing that she was saying her husband brought home. A mess. Where'd she get that Donna Summer wig from? Baby, a mess. Ashley says she knows she's made excuses for Schmeigel in the past, so she understands how it feels to have to come to someone's defense. And that's what Robin is on now. I don't know if it's like a PR campaign or if she's playing lawyer, all of the above. But that's what Robin is. Poor Robin. Poor Robin. This is her second time around with this dude. She divorced him the first time. She acts like that she has one of those fears of being by herself or losing her best friend, because I see zero chemistry with these two individuals. Zero. At least Smeagol and Ashley. Well, Jamal and Giselle. Well, anyway, the point is, they say Karen and Ray. Now, wait a minute. That put something on my mind. Have I seen any chemistry with any of these couples on this show? I'm thinking. Oh, Chris and Mo. No, not really. Not towards the end of their time on there. Candace and Chris Bassett. At times. But I'm not looking at this show and seeing where I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of love I want. Like Dr. Dad in Heaven, yeah, except for Heaven is, man, like she's so submissive, but that's all in my opinion. But she has to play that act because Damon is somewhat of a misogynist now, isn't he? So maybe not, because I couldn't play soft and pink and I'm not soft and pink. I know. Eugene and Toy. But I wouldn't be Toya though in that relationship, because I wouldn't be moving every 5-10 minutes because of my spending habits. Okay, well, moving right along back to the conversation at hand. I just thought about that thing. It just was like, what? Which one of these couples on this show I could say is just like a good couple? No. Now, how did I miss them? Eddie and Wendy. Yes. If I would say a good couple, Eddie and Wendy. I don't know how I missed them. But yeah, Eddie and Wendy. Now I can move on because I had to think. Well, I might as well have place fillers in here because hell, I ain't got much to talk about the show. It wasn't that good. Okay. Rob says, if everybody would stay out their fucking business and leave them alone, they would be fine. She's already cussed one out. She asked him to leave. He didn't leave because he knew she didn't really mean it. And that's what Miss Hale reiterates. And Miss Hale says, well, I've come to the point where I choose me first. Are you going to come to that point where you choose you first? And she says, I'm already at that point. Maybe she is. Sharice, Miss Hale, and Ashley believe what they believe over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and what Tisha originally said to Mel. Where there's smoke, there is fire. And I'm going to close with that. Ooh, it was a struggle. One of my favorite shows in my first review. But anyway, that was my review for The Real Housewives of Potomac. Come on in, come on in. Commercial free entertainment over here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I am up to 64 subscribers now. Thank you so much. I would have been, I would have had 100 subscribers, like my goal was, and people were coming in and subscribing, but not interacting. When you subscribe, you have to either like or at least watch about 20 minutes of the video. It doesn't matter if you watch the whole video. I'm entertaining. Okay, it's entertainment over here. Anyway, get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and when you subscribe, interact. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. YouTube did it to me. They took 40 something of my doggone subscribers just because y'all wasn't interacting. They did it. They won't let this girl make it. Anyway, like I said, thank you. And this has been Country Conversations with D. That was my review for The Real Housewives of Potomac. Come back. Hopefully, the show will pick up. But I don't know, seeing as how they're just not filming like that, like they were Karen and the other two Mocha princesses. But I'm going to chunk them up as I do and say